Member of the Turtle Creek Peacemakers, a Central New Jersey chapter of Quilts of Valor. Also joining me today, I have Debbie Oriola, who is our group leader, Margaret Pemberton, and Sally Ward. We're proud to represent Q of E members and countless volunteers all over the country. There is a Q of E group in all 50 states. To date, the Q of E Foundation has presented over 413,000 quilts nationally. Our mission is to cover service members and veterans touched by war with comforting and healing quilts of valor. Our core values are treating people with respect, promoting excellence, valuing service over self, and being accountable. I'd like to share with you just a brief history of the Quilts of Valor Foundation. 22 years ago, in 2003, a quilter named Catherine Roberts started the movement that became the Quilts of Valor when her son was deployed in Iraq. She had a dream. She saw an image of a young man hunched over and filled with despair. The next image she saw was the same young man wrapped in a quilt, and to her his demeanor had changed to one of hope. Catherine felt the message of the dream was quilts equal healing. A quilt of valor is a quality handmade quilt that is either machine or hand quilted, and the quilt unmistakably says, "Thank you for your service and sacrifice in serving our nation." Who's eligible for a Quilt of Valor? Active duty or honorably discharged veterans or service members that are National Guard or reservist members of the United States Armed Forces, including the United States Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, Space Force, Air Force Mortuary Affairs Office, and merchant marines that served during World War II. Service is not limited to, it's during but not limited to World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Persian Gulf War, Cold War, Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation New Dawn, the Gulf War, including Desert Shield and Desert Storm, Afghanistan, anti-terrorism operations, and terrorism attacks against armed forces personnel is included. And that's regardless of whether they're boots on the ground or providing state support services at other bases, including here in the United States. The Turtle Creek Peacemakers formed 8 years ago in 2017. We're a subset of our parent group, the Turtle Creek Guild, who just celebrated their 40th anniversary, and like us, the Guild focuses on charity work. We cover Central Jersey, including all of Mercer County and some of Middlesex, Monmouth, and Burlington counties. We also help over in Bucks County, just over the river, with their large presentations. We do presentations both in person at our SOIC facility, or like a large group like this, or in communities. We do a lot of 55 and older communities. And we do individual Zoom video presentation as well if there's someone who's unable to travel. We are one of 7 Quilts of Valor groups in the state of New Jersey. And as of next week's presentation, the Peacemakers will have presented over 400 quilts. And we have many large group presentations scheduled for later this year. We are a non-profit group. We consist of 28 quilters. We volunteer our time, quilting skills, and financial resources to make the Quilts of Valor. In addition, many members volunteer to take the lead to buy the fabric, make the labels, create the kits, long arm, which is the stitching inside the quilt. Take a look at our quilt over there. Do fundraising, community outreach, and set up and lead presentations. Quilts of Valor believes in the team approach. One person chooses a quilt pattern and the fabric, pieces and sews the top. Another long arms the quilt to hold the top, middle, and bottom layers together. Another sews on the binding, which finishes the edges of the quilt. And another creates and sews the Quilt of Valor and Turtle Creek labels that appear on the back of the quilt. For more information, feel free to check out our information booth right over there on the side under the blue tent. At this time, we're going to present the quilts. Frank Weinhofer was a Marine. left the service as as an E4 corporal. He served from 1966 to 1972 during the Vietnam War. He served in North Carolina, South Carolina, Camp Pendleton, California, and San Mateo, California, right?
No, you're fine.
Those are the ones you listed.
Isn't that beautiful?
This is his quilt. Each quilt has a label that has the recipient's name and who actually put their quilt together.
That's beautiful.
And
I guess so.
Frank served during the Vietnam War, so in addition to his quilt, he gets a Vietnam War pin.
This one's Frank's.
That's beautiful.
On this warm day.
Oh yeah, I'm already sweating my ass off.
Sweat some more. Get in, Sal. Okay. Hang on to it because we're going to get a picture of all of you together when we're done.
All right.
You don't have to wear it.
I know where. I want you to wear it. I'm already sweating off now.
In addition to the quilt, everybody gets a certificate. I'm just going to read one of those certificates. Frank Weinhofer, United States Marines. The Quilts of Valor Foundation wishes to recognize you for your service to our nation. We consider it our privilege to do so, though we may never know the extent of your sacrifice to protect and defend the United States of America. We award you this Quilt of Valor as an expression of gratitude from a grateful nation. Each recipient also gets a case to store it in. If they have to travel, they can store it in. The flat fabric for the cases is donated to us by the Annandale Flag Company. It's been in existence since 1847, and they donate the fabric for us to make these cases.
Can I throw another one? Look this way. I think I can laugh.
Okay, next we have is Jennifer Minnis. She happens to be the commander of the American Legion Eden Stanley Post 294 here. She retired as an Army E8. She served from 1983 to 2015, Operation Iraqi Freedom. She was deployed to Iraq in 2004 and 5. She served at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and Fort Dix right here. And so, as well as other places.
That one? All right. We're good.
Ron Eagle, Army, E7, Sergeant First Class when he retired. Served from 1974 to 1992. The Gulf War, Desert Storm, and Desert Shield. He's wounded in Desert Storm and awarded a Purple Heart, Meritorious Service Medal, and Combat Infantry Badge.
On taking a picture here?
Yeah, Ronald.
I'm going to go in between you two.
Oh, I'm sweating already.
Be glad it wasn't this morning. All right. Stay there. Don't go anywhere.
I'm not moving out of this.
C.J. McKenna, Army E8 Master Sergeant. Served from 2001 to 2025, Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom, deployed 4 tours to Iraq and 1 tour to Sinai, Egypt. He's also Purple Heart.
CJ, stop. Don't go anywhere.
I'll get on sub a lot.
Daniel DeFino, R&B Sergeant, E5, served from 2009 until 2015. Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom. He was in Iraq in 2010 to 2011, Afghanistan from 2013 to 2014.
Now they're going to complain about smoke us, right? Oh, good. She came back. All right. Guys, really appreciate your service. I am going to put you with 2 more pictures. One facing me and one